Ba tiếp nhận này một con dành cưới.
Looks like I went too far.
Is it finally?
The ominous aura of that monster has in the effects of the sigil of permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the overlord of
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened...
Save your Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retail. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had at first, it was only the size of us. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti...
Oh?
3,700 years. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have... But that does not mean that the... Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon...
Are you questioning our means of protect...
I mean no offense. I
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be...
This morning...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the... I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had... But I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the four winds, and the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the...
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an out...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus...
I apologize for appearing in full armor.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold...
Huh? Why does everyone...
Weren't you...
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we would...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aw.
You see, this is what the country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But although their blood is weak, there is still strength. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel...
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems...
Looks like the conflict between Hugh... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all. Child wanted to unleash, but we were able to handle the over... Oh, and speaking of that... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the... Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhang Li's going. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Dòng bắt đầu vào đây. Đấy, để rồi.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about the attack on... We had better go and make sure that it...
Thì can go. Xin nhau. Lần nhau. Bé bên kia vậy.
Yue cuisine will surely prevail in this.
You call this cooperation between harbingers?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy? Oh, it seems that.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you.
It's you two. I believe we've met once. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard.
No, don't let her get to... You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, so it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that two...
Well, if it isn't you two, this is our...
Paimon knew that we should never have...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite... Nothing personal. We just have... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading... So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of... You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you...
What in the world are you talking...
The contract is fulfilled. That...
Con cờ.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're... No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best, as you know. I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erupt until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowds.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to... So I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the... Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I... That's right. Which is why I continued to say...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return...
Of course. And it would have been all just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents.
In the end, the resolution to all that has... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched, but this meant I could remain as Zhongli. Even having the all of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come to the they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Hey, what about me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liu.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you
Well then, with the...
fine. I'll meet you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For that, my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the... Uncover that answer for yourself in...
Má từng với hai vị thần phải ra ngoài. Má nó đập cho đéo còn về luôn.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean...
Yes.
Say.
Now that you mention it, I mean, it all fits together. That person must have... Still, what sort of supernatural...
forget it.
Oh, well, so Rex Lapis is... Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have... There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard of Fatui. They certainly... Shh. Low.
6 đứa nghe.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the gods and adepti live rumors and hearsay about having been thwarted in his nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the so that something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Could the Qixing already have known? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously, Rex Lapis is
3,700 years.
We, the people of Liyue, the long Now that we have awoken from our will you stand with us as we
So concludes the words of Does Her Eminence the Yuheng? Traveler. Yikes! She really is.
Is that the traveler who they...
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debt. Name your price.
Whoa.
Tình yêu của Bora. Nhưng bên này làm gì? Nhìn lý ba ngày à?
Well, could you help me put up some
Tìm người nào nữa?
Perhaps.
But it seems, well, that.
As for the mortals and
Săn hai con chim đâu ghê đó.
Hey, Zhongli, look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in the... And here you are looking up...
Right. If the two of you can spare...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli.
You're right. I do lack the more...
But why would Morax lack...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon get but since you weren't used to not being able to just make more...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely... The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no journey.
Paimon thinks that we should...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond... But if a person shows true strength of... This is what visions are. Magical...
Uh-huh. That's how people into...
But starting from last year...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all vision.
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eye...
Whoa.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, knowing her, she must have again quote 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has... Kuching is absolutely right. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's... Could the original person who brought up... All right then. Was there any... Well then, I suppose...
Giờ vì hoàn thành mấy cái biết quá. Rồi.